Masonic. With Inayat and Sakina. Masonic, your show for Ramadan.
Ramadan Mubarak! Salams, guys, and welcome to Masonic. You're with me, Inayat.
And me, Sakina. First day of Ramadan. Wow.
Yes,
how are you feeling?
I'm feeling thirsty. I'm so thirsty, man.
Just remember the reward.
The ajr.
We are in the studio with Dr. Imran Kausar, co-founder of Haloodies, which is a halal food brand, and the Halal Food Festival. Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you for having me on.
Salams and welcome.
How are you finding your first fast?
You know, it's not too bad so far, but there's still a long way to go yet.
Inshallah. You'll be giving us the top tips of how to stay healthy during Ramadan.
But first, we're going to be hearing from Nicole. She's not a Muslim, but she is impressively observing Ramadan, and she has a background in nutrition. Here's her advice for a healthy month.
You're locked into the sounds of Masonic.
Hi, I'm Nicole Pittman. I'm originally from San Francisco, California, and this is my second Ramadan. I'm not Muslim, but I identify with the culture. My words of advice for British Muslims in Ramadan would be, if you have any vacations, try to use a little bit of it during Ramadan. I have a friend, he lives in Nashville. He's originally from Algeria, and he's a chef. I was like, oh my gosh, how can you be a chef during Ramadan? Cooking all day and not being able to eat it, it must be torture. And he said, no, I just took some time off work. Because part of Ramadan as well is to really slow down and just kind of be present. My other advice would be to eat as nutritiously as possible. There are a lot of foods that are traditionally eaten during Ramadan that are just junk. I mean, they're filled with like sugar and flour. You can totally fast for like more than 8 hours, probably up to 14 hours if you eat a lot of fat, a lot of healthy fat, so that like avocados and healthy meats and things like that, olive oil and butter, and definitely watch your sugar intake. And that's going to make the whole process a lot easier. It's like a little biohack for you.
So Nicole mentioned there that we should be eating healthy fats and avoiding sugar. Doctor, what else do you think we should be eating and should not be eating?
This year is the toughest Ramadan for the next 33 years.
Wow.
We have about 19-hour fasts.
Wow. So eating healthy is even like, this is the most important time to eat healthy, right?
The key is to have a balanced diet, which includes fats, includes sugars, it includes proteins, it includes salts, your nutrients, etc. So that shouldn't alter. There are some things that you should be eating in preference of others. So for example, fruit, nuts, avocados, etc. in preference to fried chickens, chips, etc.
Because those are what is known as healthy fats, right?
Well, they contain a greater proportion of fats that will be better for your body. During the month of Ramadan, you will probably burn many of those fats. That's a positive thing. So to make sure that you have the energy that you require during Ramadan, you need to focus on making sure you eat the right type of carbohydrates. So in particular, at Suhoor time, eating things like porridges, cereals, bran, etc.
Cocoa Pops or like, as in...
Probably not Cocoa Pops. They tend to be more full of sugar.
Healthy cereals, though.
Absolutely. These things will provide you with long-lasting energy because, boy, will you need it. These are really long fasts.
Ramadan has become big business for supermarkets. I mean, in the UK, last year, Sainsbury's, Asda, Morrison and Tesco's made, can you believe it, guys? Wait for it, 100 million more during Ramadan.
More,
that
100
is
million
money,
more.
100 million more. And it is become now, or it's considered to be, the third most profitable time for shopping. The most popular items sold were dates, rice and chapati flour. You know it. So look, quite heavy foods, obviously, doctor. How do we avoid actually putting on weight?
The trick is to make sure you don't consume more calories when you're actually eating than you would have otherwise on a normal day. But for a lot of people, this can be very difficult to achieve because you've been fasting all day, you're starving, and you tend to overeat. This is the wrong thing, particularly overeating in fried things, samosas, fried chicken, etc. These are extremely tempting because we want them. Try and stay back. Many of us will also find actually we fill our stomachs up a lot quicker as well. It takes less food to fill our stomachs up and you can often feel quite bloated, and many of us will remember that feeling of heading over to Tarawih prayer feeling really actually quite almost unwell because of the amount you've eaten. So to avoid indulging too much, plan your eating a little bit. And that is the toughest challenge because although Ramadan is about discipline, actually we think of the discipline only during the time we're fasting, not the discipline that's required when we're not fasting. The more sensible thing is to break your fast with a date obviously have something to drink to quench your thirst, and something small. And then go read your prayers, and then come back and have a little bit more to eat. That gives your stomach time to digest and for the fluids to be replenished.
So if we actually fast correctly and we do it in the proper way, there are many health benefits.
People tend to lose fat, provided they can manage their feasting appropriately and don't overindulge. They also tend to increase the sensitivity of the insulin in the body. It becomes better at doing its job, and along with that, some toxins will disappear as well.
Well, check out our video on the benefits of fasting online at ummasonic.com, and we're having more from Imran coming up later on the show. But now, let's head over to Morocco, sunny Morocco. Here's Naseema, as she's going to tell us all about the foods that she and her family eat during Ramadan.
Masonic.
I'm Naseema. I'm 22 years. My job, I'm beautician. I'm work in a spa. We like Ramadan because it's wonderful month in year. In Ramadan, we fasting all the day. We go to the prayer. We are with Allah. We have lots of traditional recipes. The first recipes, it's harira with the date, with the milk. And after we do something like a pancake, it's misammen. After breakfast, we have tarawih, the big salad. قولوا لي شي حاجة. هدوي انتي وكريمة. لا مبروك رمضان.
رمضان زوين وكنصوموه وكان كيدوز عندنا ايام زوينة وكنفطروا كناكل نشربوا الحريرة. كان تمار الشباكية الحليب قهوة كافي.
In my first Ramadan, I'm fasting a half day, not all the day, because I'm very young, like 13, yeah. And I'm fast with milk, with the dates, and big organic egg. And I do makeup, I do perfume. The Ramadan, it's very family. Yeah, we eat together. We eat the breakfast and dinner together. And we have like tea party after the family. We speak, we enjoy like this.
You're locked into the sounds of Masonic with Inayat and Sakina.
So Naseema mentioned they're fasting for half a day when she was much younger. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's a great idea for youngsters to build it up, to allow them to learn that discipline and also to understand what impact the fast is having on them, because they will experience headaches, they will experience loss of concentration, things that will impact them practically in their day-to-day life. The sooner they get used to managing that and how they are, perhaps they need a nap during the day just to help them ease it through.
I could do with that. I could do with a nap.
You like the idea of naps?
Yeah.
So this can help them to learn the discipline and understand how their individual bodies will react to it, because that's important.
And what advice do you have, Doctor, for anyone doing their first ever fast?
For most people, they will be feeling quite thirsty. For those that haven't had adequate suhoor, they might even feel a little bit faint or dizzy or lightheaded. Now, these are quite normal. If you're becoming ill as a result, obviously you should stop. But there's simpler things that you can do to make sure that you can manage your first fast. Have a good suhoor.
Yes.
The second thing is make sure you don't exert yourself. Try not to stay outdoors. Try to minimize the amount of physical activity that you're undertaking. And the third thing is try not to be around people who are eating and drinking. This might be easier for some people, but more difficult, but it removes the mental stimulus if it's not in front of you. Distract yourself. Keep yourself busy with prayer, with ibadat, with doing your homework, whatever it is you happen to be doing. Keep yourself occupied, and that will help the day pass. Try not to clock check. It's very, very easy to look at the clock and say, there's only been half an hour since I looked before.
That's like torture, isn't it?
Yeah. But lie down if you're feeling faint. That's a very obvious one. And if you're feeling particularly lightheaded, you might want to strongly consider breaking your fast.
Oh, mashallah. Oh, good luck and all the best for those that are doing their first fast this month. We are going to leave you with this. We do have our official Ramadan quiz, yes?
It's quiz time.
Ooh, here we go. So this is our first quiz question. Which country produces the most dates in the world? Is it A, Iran?
Iran.
B, Egypt?
Egypt.
Thank you, Inayat, for that. Or C, Morocco?
Morocco. So we're going to get the answer in the next show when we'll be joined again by Dr. Imran. You'll be with us again, yes, Doctor?
Looking forward to it.
All right, so are we.
So until next time, salam.
Till then, salams, guys.
Salam.
You've been listening to Masonic.
Your show for Ramadan.
Listen to all our shows at umasonic.com.
MashaAllah.